Welcome back. I hope you had a fantastic break and that you're eased and settled in as we come to the second part of our session today. Now, one thing I want to preface for those of you who might be new to vampires and just uh, here with us is that these characters are immortal and we have been following them progressively night to night due to the pressing nature of their standing in the Camarilla and the very serious degree of which now the Lasombra can be welcomed into. But, like all things, certain plans take time, and if nothing else, kindred are very patient creatures. So we are going to fast forward the clock as, I mean, especially with this particular coterie who have all the money disposal in the world, you're not bound by time or calendar dates or anything of that nature. So we fast forward to a month has passed and we are getting into the late summer, early fall season of Chicago, where the weather changes from really hot to just starts to change to just winter. But there's a very slight moment in between where fall is felt. And the first person we come to is Wraith. So, as part of this transition into the month fast forwarding, all injuries that you would have obtained to your physical health would have been healed, as well as willpower would have been reset. And due to the Aries having the resources that it does, your feeding would not have been an issue. So you can reset that down to 1. So, Wraith.
I thank you for the concern about my health, my physical health, but
I mean, are you beyond? Do you have more than a superficial wounds?
I have no wounds.
Ah, well, excellent. I was saying that
I,
as a general term for anything
yes.
anyone has suffered. But yeah, so as we're like in the middle of the action, you please make me a rouse check for starting this night because you, Wraith, have been on. So you increase your hunger by 1. But you, Wraith, have been on the hunt, following these leads for Celia Rivera. They have led you down many different avenues through your contacts, through the Chicago PD. There have been an increased number of muggings where people have been left severely injured as well as having extreme blood loss. And paraphernalia taken from them, not money or cell phones or anything of value, small things. Sometimes one was reported that like a photo in their wallet was taken. Another person claimed that their like friendship bracelet, like old lanyard, was taken. Another person said like a hair clip was taken, but the number has significantly increased in these past weeks since your search. So I'm going to need you to make me a wits investigation roll, if you please. The DC will be significantly lower because of your contacts and just the amount of consistent time that you have put into looking for this girl.
Okay. Here we go.
Mhm.
Hmm. I will use the willpower to reroll.
Understood. Mhm.
Wow.
Great.
Natural 20 hates me.
Insulting.
Eh, sometimes the dice are kind and sometimes they are cruel. But with
No, it's
3
just roll 20.
successes, only roll 20. But yes, you find yourself standing on the south side in the south side neighborhoods of Chicago. There is loud music playing throughout the apartments that kind of tower above you as you stand in what looks to be the side alleyway in this very rundown apartment building. Oh, excuse me. Felt to sneeze, but it didn't come out. Ooh, that's gonna
Bless you.
tickle me. Thank you. In this apartment complex, it looks like though it has. I mean, from your contacts, you see this has been repeatedly a drop off point for drug dealers as well as a lot of small gang activity. So you're staring here and you heard this is where a lot of the patterns have been developing for the muggings and the thefts. So, what would you like to do?
Do I know of a particular unit?
That like patrols here or
No, apartment.
oh, apartment building.
Particular.
You do not have an idea. They just said this neighborhood is where the most reports have been coming from.
Okay. I guess I shall start strolling through the apartment complex.
Yeah, usually apartments. It's very easy to get into. There's not a lot of security that goes through. You see as you pass by floor, you see a number of people standing out in the hallway talking. Majority of them are speaking Spanish as they smoke cigarettes, conversing with one another. But there are about uh, 6 flights that you can go through, but you have no way of telling where you need to be. But if you have any ideas, by all means, share it with me.
Well, first I'd like to take a look around and see if I see anybody kind of sketchy. That would look
And
like
yeah,
somebody who would be holding or whatever.
every I mean that's gonna be a little bit of everyone in this building. It looks a little sketchy. This side of town just has that type of someone who does not want to share their information without most likely a bit of payment beforehand.
And we say that I got a wad from Donovan before leaving.
I'm gonna say yeah. Donovan has numerous amounts of disposable income.
Okay. I'll walk up to a couple of them.
Hmm?
Pardon me.
They just turn to look at you.
I reach in, pull out the
Yeah,
now kind of.
when you reach into your jacket, they immediately get tense and start backing away.
I put my hand out
Mm-hmm.
and I reach in 2 fingers
Mm-hmm.
into the pocket, pull out the picture, have it more crumpled edges now,
Yeah.
hold it up. And have you seen her?
Yeah, you see one girl, you hear screaming children in the door behind her. She crosses her arms and says, "Why, you a cop?"
I'll pull open my right hand side this time,
Mm-hmm.
reach in, pull out a couple $100 bills.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody seen her?
And they look between each other. How much you willing to pay?
What do you need?
How much you got?
I will fold the hundreds, put them
Mm-hmm.
in the hand with the pictures,
Mm-hmm.
reach in, pull out five more,
Mm-hmm.
making it seven.
Yep. Go ahead and make me a manipulation persuasion, please.
This is horrible.
It's not going to be high. Money is on the table.
It's still
Very
horrible.
a lot of money on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Let's make sure that's not a pair. It's not.
No.
It's two successes. Yeah. Um. Do you speak Spanish, Wraith?
I have nothing in language. I don't think.
Understood. So the two individuals in the hall are conversing. Their body language does get a little bit aggressive with each other, but the woman who standing in front of the door with screaming children inside holds out her hand like waiting for the cash to like drop in.
I'll drop it in her hand.
Yeah. She shoves it in her breast. This is like, yeah, she's back on the third floor. Unit 3.
Thank you.
Don't thank me. You didn't see me.
Hmm. And you didn't see me.
She goes inside, closes the door.
You got kids to take care of.
Hmm.
So do you go to the third? Do you
Yes, I
make
do.
Yeah.
Third floor, unit 3.
Yep. Double
As I get
three.
onto the third floor, I would like to make an awareness wits roll.
Absolutely. Two successes. Are you satisfied with that number of successes?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I think I need
As
to
you
save my willpower.
understood, as you walk down the hall to apartment 3, my question for you, Wraith, are you blushed?
You know, I probably should be.
Then I'm going to need another
Yeah.
rouse check, please. Okay, you succeed. So as you're walking down this hall, coming to door with the brass marked number 3, your body, the vitae circulating through to make you appear human, but there is still that disconnect as to what humans truly feel. You do take notice of the lights are significantly dimmer in this hallway. Not by much for you would have noticed when you were making your loops, but enough now that you're standing in front of this door. It's as if even though they're on the same setting as the lights on the other floor, it is difficult for them to maintain their brightness. And now that when you exhale, there is breath, even though it's still, summer still clings on to this early fall month. When you exhale, even if it's just to pretend, there is just a small tint of cold, as just this door is frigid. But yeah, you have the door in front of you.
Place my hand upon it.
Yeah.
Does it feel cold?
A little bit. It's not a significant it's not significant enough to freeze anything. There's just a very distinct chill compared to what the rest of the air is.
Now the question is, I have three options. Knock, bust down the door, or pick my way in.
What does your
I
heart tell you?
think I'm going to pick my way in.
Okay. So please give me a dexterity larceny, as this is a very old like building, so it's a matter of finessing your way through the lock as opposed to using your intelligence with more modern locks. Are you satisfied with that number of successes?
A weird willpower.
Mm-hmm.
There we
Okay.
go.
2 successes. Excellent, excellent, excellent.
If it doesn't work, I'm just gonna break the handle.
Understood. It does. 2 successes is what you needed for it to work. As you step inside, there is a pretty spare room. It has a bed, twin sized, very small. It looks to be that there is a sink that is a part of the room along with like a small square mirror. That's the furthest thing from you. And there looks to be a small bathroom that is a part of just this one bedroom, one room apartment. But it is fully dark in here. Uh,
Okay, first thing I'm
you
going to do is I'm going to inhale through my nose,
okay?
smelling the room.
Yeah. It smells of the first, scent that you smell is blood. It is not as though there is like a fresh source of it. There is just the scent of blood is all over this room.
Uh, Melancholy resonance, possible?
I'm going to say there is a lot of melancholic. There's also a few bits of choleric that's mixed in together, but there doesn't seem to be one source where all the blood is coming from. You might have to take a closer look inside.
Okay. I'm going to step up and, well, step in,
Mm-hmm.
shut the door behind me,
Mm-hmm.
relock it,
Mm-hmm.
walk into the room
Mm-hmm.
with my prowess. I think
Mm-hmm.
it is. No, nothing really increases my strength at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to like nudge the bed with my foot
Mm-hmm.
to move it
Mm-hmm.
like an inch.
Yep. So yeah, you move the bed very easy with your prowess the way it is. So if you're activating prowess, I would need a rouse check.
Sure, let's do that.
Okay.
Hungrier
Your
and
hunger
hungrier.
increases.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah, your hunger
No,
increases. You
he's. I'm
oh,
great to
you're
saying
saying hello.
hello.
Understood. Okay. So as you speak, there sounds to be a clink coming from the bathroom. And Rafe, do you have any abilities that allow you to see do you have anything like sense the unseen at all?
No.
Okay. But I am going to say make me a wits oblivion roll, please.
What's oblivion?
Mm-hmm.
Oops,
No rouse check
that's
necessary.
not the one. There it is. Come on, work with me here. Wits, and my oblivion is at 3. So modifier of 3.
Okay. 3 successes.
I'd like to
You
do a willpower.
okay? by all means. Oh, wow. So five
My
successes. Yeah.
beast is strong.
Yeah. You feel a shift around you as you look and see the shadows from underneath the bed, cast from underneath the sink and from the bathroom, are beginning to stretch and writhe. And not from your own manipulation. The source of it is stretching and curling from the bathroom. You see a hand come wrapping around the rim where the bathroom is as someone's face pulls out, and you see ash gray eyes, fully the sclera iris fully black, blood tears coming down her face as she says, "You need to leave," and the shadows are racing towards you to grab you. But we're going to transition.
Oh.
We are going to go to the Pythos.
Hello.
Yes. You had a message from Kathy that said, we need to chat.
Mhm.
And she has invited you out to the rehearsal space of Baby Core. Now, I know you said you wanted to, during our break, you wanted to send your cult out at the University of Chicago.
Mhm.
So please give me a charisma leadership role.
You know what? Would my specialty in cult meetings apply?
Absolutely, it would.
Wow.
Oh, cat's an appearance.
Hello, Neville.
Ooh, 4 successes.
4.
All right, double
I'm
checking.
fine with that.
Yeah, 4 successes. Excellent. You give the order,
Can I help you?
and they go out with, of course, literature, your latest book that has been set to audio tape. They have that out.
Mhm.
They have set it also to podcast because the
Mhm.
youth. I don't know why I put that in quotes. I'm not that old.
It's that's Eli's, the youth.
Mm-hmm.
Us young
Uh,
youths, what we do.
mm-hmm. As they go out fully prepared and ready to do as you wish, with of
Read my
course
word.
which of course Judith there to supervise. You arrive at the kind of it's an independent recording studio.
Mhm.
Pretty small and nothing to write home about. As you walk into the recording space, you see Kathy Glenn, um, very beautiful young woman, dark hair, much like the volume of it is almost twice her size. It looks like she could be swallowed up by it. As she's currently tuning a bass, and the person she is talking to you recognize as the individual who grabbed you way back when in Elysium, trying to convince you of hearing what could not be seen.
Mm.
Their hollowed appearance, haunting in a way that is not repelling, but Kathy and them seem to know each other pretty well, as the way they are talking to each other. He has an electric violin. Let me see if I can. Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I have so I apologize. Actually, yeah, I can share it with you guys. For copyright reasons, I will not share for you viewers coming in. But yeah, you see that he has very hollowed out
Oh.
cheeks, dark hair, and he is not blushed of life. He very much looks like a member of the dead.
Oh, look at this
And
edgelord. I love him.
doesn't at all seem perturbed by it.
Mm.
And his beauty in comparison to Kathy's is more haunted, as he seems to be holding up both an electric violin and a normal one, as he
Mm.
seems to be he looks distraught as he seems to be talking to Kathy. Like Kathy doesn't understand what he's talking about.
Mm.
But Kathy seems to just be listening and trying to speak with him. Let me see if I can get Kathy's image for you all as well.
Beautiful. It's the sad people group today, guys. Sad goth
uh,
people group.
Kathy
Me and
is yeah. As you
Mhm.
come inside, like coming into the recording room, Kathy is just like, Damien, you're fucking late. Oh, do I have to call
So
you Pythos or can I just call you Eli?
I wait. You can call me Eli. It's fine.
Got it.
I'm not on the clock.
Okay. Cool. Um,
I'm sorry if I'm interrupting something.
no, you're fine. It's rehearsal, which one of our members is late for, like always.
Oh.
Um, she puts down uh the bait. She puts down the bass and grasps the other individual's like shoulder and says, Nero, can you give me a minute? And he's just like, of course. But I'm telling you, the sound is not the same. As he just starts to stalk out the room.
Yeah, he's absolutely right. The sound of a real violin is much deeper and richer and full-bodied.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. But he needs to know that there needs to be a difference depending on what sound we're recording.
Doesn't translate as well on a recording either.
You stick to your cult and I stick to music. The things that we are respectively good at.
Forgive me. You issued me an invitation, and I am here to oblige.
Yeah, it's more of a, I'll call it invested interest. Why the fuck are you interested in uh,
Evan.
Evan? Yeah, why the fuck are you interested in Evan?
Mm, Like, hmm. Can I get a read on her as to whether she is asking this out of concern for Evan or if she is asking because she's angry that someone is looking?
Absolutely. Please
Okay.
give me I'm going to say hmm. I'll say wits insight.
Sure. 3. I'm good with that.
3. Yeah. The utmost thing that you get from Kathy is, despite the very clear upset that she is presenting, it is coming from a sense of protection and fierceness and concern. And you do see there is a slight worry in like the tremor of her voice.
So I will lean in a little bit closer and I will say, because I want to find Evan before other people can. Other people who have presumably far less benign intentions than myself.
Okay, you're gonna have to. Okay, so I mean, you're with Seraphimo, right? You guys do that whole we're in court 24/7 thing. You can talk normally here. This whole room is soundproof. Reason why I
Fuck.
asked you here.
Fuck, thank God. All right. I I am concerned about Evan's safety.
Yeah.
Then we're in agreement.
Haven't decided yet because I don't. I don't know the whole scope of what goes on during your mandatory meetings, but I know some of you who say you're concerned about Evan. It's not really true. So I just want to know what I'm dealing with and who the fuck I have to put in the ground if anything happens to him.
Hmm. Let me. That's right. Talking normally. Talking normally comes easy to some people, surely. I'm worried that something's been done to Evan's head. Same as something's been done to mine. You don't know the scope of what goes on in the mandatory meetings because Jason Newberry doesn't want people to know.
Yeah, I figured. He's got the rest of Camarilla thinking he's golden boy, but those of us who give a shit and take 5 seconds to look closely. Not that I can say anything because all kindred and don't give a shit about whatever.
Well, I give a shit. I give a shit about where Evan is and whether they're safe.
Mm.
I'm not going to tell you that I'm doing this out of a purely altruistic sense. I want Evan so that Jason Newberry can't have them.
She stares at you and you watch her eyes shift a bit. Are you lying to her?
No.
Okay,
I want to fuck over Jason Newberry so bad.
got it. Okay. She nods. You see her lips pout for a second. Then she stands up and is like, okay.
Did you want to catch me in a lie? I promise you that I will only tell you the truth.
Yeah.
That's my thing,
That's
unfortunately.
okay. So I'm used to vampires lying. It's the ones that want to tell the truth are the ones that I am usually leery of because they're the ones you have to be careful of.
You flatter me. No,
Not trying to.
no. I want to see Evan safe and comfortable and somewhere very far from where anybody else can get their claws into them because I don't know why they would want to.
Well, that's going to be very difficult because Evan has a unique ability of
I'm
disappearing
aware.
whenever he wants to.
I'm aware. Oh, the curse of Malkav coming back to bite us in the ass once again.
I guess. I guess I'm just I don't know. Anything that Newberry wants to do with Evan is not good, and Evan's been through enough, and I don't want him dragged into anything else. But if you're
Newberry, no, Newberry wants them for something I don't know. Wants them enough to tell me to try and find them. And anything that I can do to get a leg up over Newberry.
do you need to be in a room with him?
With Evan,
Yes.
I mean, ideally, I would like to know where they are and talk to them and figure out why on earth this is something that Newberry wants. But
Okay.
I
Supervised
mean,
visits only. I'm talking
oh,
right now.
yes,
Supervised
ma'am.
visits only, and only in this room. Are we understood?
Yes, ma'am.
And if I find out that you hurt him in any way, I don't give a fuck that you are friends with Donovan Shaw. I will beat you into the ground with my base. Are we clear?
We are absolutely crystal clear, and I look forward to it never happening.
Great. And she turns and her fingers move very swiftly across a keypad. Um, um, he'll be here in probably the next hour, hopefully with Damien. You're more than welcome to sit and enjoy their blood bags in the cooler.
Has anybody ever told you that you're terrifying?
Yes.
Good. It's well deserved.
Um, the male kindred who was called Nero comes back and has the electric violin in pieces. I tried to fix it. It did not work.
That's
And Kathy just like pinches the bridge of her nose. She's like, it's fine. Nope, it's fine. Um, so you are welcome to partake in the blood bags that they have available.
I
I said in the cooler,
can't.
but it's a mini fridge. Um,
I just
uh,
sit.
mm-hmm.
I can't
Yeah.
drink blood bags.
Yeah, you are more than welcome to go to the recording side where a individual dress like sitting like crisscross like applesauce in the chair that they're in, messing with the dials and recording bits. That's just like, oh, hey. Uh she has shortcut green and blue mixed hair that like ombres into pink, shaved on one side. uh as this is like, nice to meet you. um are you with Kathy, or do you need a pizza?
No, with Kathy.
Gotcha. Okay, not my business anymore. And they just
But thank
immediately
you
go
for the
back to it.
concern.
Yeah, okay. Goes back to immediately messing with the dials and levels.
You
Uh
need a pizza.
the hour passes, and coming into the recording booth is you see the sheriff.
Mhm.
Uh they have what looks to be a the ends of a bow tie fully undone over their baby chorus t-shirt
Uh-huh.
as they're running
I see.
in with uh drumsticks in hand, and coming behind them is hold on one second. I need to make sure I have ah there he is. Ah, my sweet boy. You see a young man, probably in the later half of his 20s. He pulls off a pair of sunglasses as he showcases bright green eyes. He's smiling very brightly. Handsome chiseled jaw, a shock of dark hair as he comes up, and it's just like, and you don't hear as the sound is not connected on in the booth. Uh as he like lifts his hands up and just looks like he says Kathy's name really loud. And he goes up and hugs her. He
Oh.
is similar to what Damien is wearing. He's wearing jeans, high top Converses, and a white button. The only difference is his formal attire is still pristine, wearing the white
Mhm.
button up, his sleeves rolled up. You see intricate tattoos of varying designs go up his to his wrist that disappear down to the elbow. He's wearing a black vest, and his tie is also undone, but he looks like he's smiling as he picks up what looks to be a guitar, and Damien is going toward the drums. But I will show an image for our Discord. Yeah, and they talk for a minute, and you see Kathy turn to look at you and like gesture with her hand for you to come back
Mhm.
into the recording booth.
Yeah, I will. I would. She could rip me apart. I will follow whatever she tells me to do at this. She's
Yeah.
terrifying.
Yeah.
She
Uh
got Bruma energy.
but she looks over, she's like, Raymond, this is a friend of Evan's who wants to talk to you. Um just try to not try, but just go with what he has to say, okay? I'll be right here the whole time. And the individual known as Raymond is just like, Yeah, sure, Kathy, whatever you need. Um, and Damien's like, I thought we were gonna practice. It's like, yeah, we were an hour ago. You go sit outside with Nero. And he's just like, fucking Christ, Kathy. I said I was sorry. I mean, I have sheriff stuff to do, but I did the. Damien, stop talking. We have mixed company. He's like, okay, shit. And him and Nero go back outside the door. And she sits on a stool, crosses her legs, and looks like she's pulling out her phone and typing. But yeah. And,
I sort of like gesture towards Raymond. It's just like, do you feel better standing up or sitting down?
oh, I'm good with whatever. I mean, if you want to sit down. Oh, by the way, my pronouns he him. Your preferred pronouns?
Uh, Whatever's easiest, honestly.
Just thought I'd ask.
Him used to be, at least.
Okay.
Let's sit down. Less formal that way. I
Absolutely.
don't want this to be. This isn't a thing. This isn't a huge thing.
Of course, yeah, sure.
Sit down. I'll cross my legs.
Mm-hmm.
So you're a friend of Evan's.
I am.
How long have you known Evan? Just out of curiosity.
On and off. A friend is a pretty loose term. We're acquaintances. I see him around every now and again, but things get crazy in Chicago. I try not to get into it too much. I'm just here with Kathy and Nero and Damien too. And try to get Baby Chorus off the ground.
You're doing a fantastic job.
Oh, I think so. Kathy is our fearless leader. He says loudly enough, and the typing doesn't stop.
But so I attend meetings with Evan.
Oh.
And lately I've been concerned. I know that Evan and I have a similar thing going on. Oops. And I'm worried that, should I say this? That there are people who are trying to find Evan that don't have his best interests at heart.
Oh, I don't know anything about that. I try not to think about it, so I just here to play music. That's it.
Mhm.
Anything that goes on with Evan, I distinctly stay out of.
Mhm.
And Eli, please give me a
I'm gonna say, can I
wit.
do Scry the Soul?
Wit. If you would like to, you absolutely.
So tell me what you would like me to roll first.
Well, I was going to say instinctively, it's going to be a wits aspects roll, but if you would like to implore your discipline power of Scry the Soul, you absolutely can.
Yeah, I will Scry the Soul.
Mm-hmm.
Rouse. I don't get hungrier.
You do not get hungrier. So it is going to be an intelligence aspects versus composure subterfuge. So let us see our sweet boys ranks that.
Any modifiers? I don't know if it's a
Uh,
specialty in occult parapsychology.
not in their specialties. I do not believe apply to discipline rolls.
Yeah, I don't think they do, but hey.
Okay.
Can I rouse my intelligence first?
Absolutely, you can.
I would like to do that. That gives me an extra 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's it. That's my luck for today. It's all gone.
So composure and subterfuge. Okay.
That's garbage. Hang on a second.
No problem.
Willpower.
Roll 20 hates us.
That's look, I just rolled 2 10s in a row, and that's what I got.
Okay.
4.
Okay, so 4 successes. All right.
Yeah.
So Raymond Falcon does not have any bonuses to defend against this, so it is just composure and subterfuge for him. We'll see how it goes.
I'm sorry, bud. Oh. Wow.
Hold on a second. Oh, that is correct. He does yeah. So as you open
Ouch.
your mind's eye to peer into this soul, you are immediately aware of one very glaring fact. There are too many consciousnesses intertwined very delicately, and it is impossible to get past the, at least for right now, the mass of tangles of shattered and glued together personas to get to the true core of the soul. And this particular soul that is upmost and present seems to be unwilling to open up. So it will take a bit more to scry upon the true soul of Evan Klein.
Um, I'm just kind of like blinking rapidly because it's like looking at a
Mm-hmm.
shattered mirror. It's awful.
Mm-hmm. It's like different. It's
Um,
like the different pieces of different mirrors have been
mhm,
forcibly put back together.
mm, yeah. And listen, Raymond, you might not want to have anything to do with Evan, but regardless of what you want, Evan has something to do with you. I want to be able to help Evan. I'm
We,
worried that he is in danger.
this is definitely persuasion, but I am torn between manipulation and charisma because
It's the same either way for me. So
okay, I'm just the intention behind it because I know you want
mhm.
to do this because of Newberry's involvement in it,
I think
but
it's
I
probably
also it's
however
more manipulation.
yeah, however
Mm-hmm.
earnest Eli is in the moment of wanting
Mm-hmm.
to help Evan, the core of it is that I don't want to do what Jason Newberry wants to do.
Absolutely. Okay, so manipulation, persuasion, and any bonuses you have to talking with in any
Cult leaders.
specialties.
Cult
Yeah,
leadership. No.
he's not a cult.
Um yeah. So I can rouse my
You can
manipulation too, because
you
you know
can
what? I'm riding high.
also
This is
killing
the
it.
only
Mm-hmm.
that brings it up to 5. I can't bring it up anymore.
No, you cannot bring it up anymore.
Not leadership. Manipulation, persuasion.
Mm-hmm. 4
Or
successes. Are you satisfied with that number of successes?
no, I'll do another willpower.
Okay.
I got it for days right now, so
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
talk to me, Evan.
Okay. As you implore Raymond, utilizing Evan's true name, you see a ripple in his face. The briefest glimpse of the surface underneath. And I'm going to make a secret roll for Evan right
Ooh.
now. Okay. Okay. You see, it's not like the skin is shifting and moving. It's like a mirage is getting displaced,
My
but trying.
perception. Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Like you're actually seeing a different eye color, a different position of the eyebrows, the jaw maybe not as pronounced, as if the illusion is trying to maintain itself desperately.
Mhm.
And you see Raymond almost clutch himself as if he's in pain. And you hear him say, I can protect him fine without your help.
But wouldn't it be so much easier if you did have help? I reach out and like I hold out my hand.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you. I promise you I will tell you nothing but the truth. Evan and I have a, let us say, a mutual antagonist. I'm
You
tired. I'm tired of having Jason Newberry in my head. Aren't you?
The face shifts up, and you no longer see the handsome, filled out jawline, the swoop of dark hair. You see someone who is a lot smaller than Falcon Raymond would have looked like. Still semblance of who they were beforehand, but also distinctly different as you feel a shift in almost reactionary when you try to reach out your hand. They pull back, and you see the and feel much like when Donovan gets upset, just that force of presence to conjure up fear comes up in a wave as he screams, don't make promises you can't fucking keep. Everyone wants to help, but none of them mean it.
You're a son of Malkav, the same as me.
Don't say
No.
that like it means anything. It
No,
doesn't mean
clan, please,
trap.
clans. Clans mean nothing, but you can peer into souls as easy as I can.
I don't want to see. I just want to disappear. I don't want to see anything.
I'll tell you right now that if you want to look at me, then you will see truth.
I don't want to look at you.
I want to help you. And I want Jason Newberry to burn.
He's everywhere.
I know. There are so many missing pieces in my head. So many dark spots where there, God only knows how many missing minutes, how many missing hours. He wants you for something, and I don't want him to have you.
He makes me look like him. He makes me become him.
Eli just like his hand drops a little bit, and he's just mouthing, just like, what the fuck? What the what the fuck?
And you do see, because you did success. Wait, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 successes. You see the mirage ripple happen again. And you see the cherubic blonde brown hair, the bright green eyes of a very masterful and difficult to achieve obfuscation sets into place. You see Jason Newberry's face. He makes me be him, and I can't get out.
I look at Kathy. Is she still just like typing away?
No, she's not. She looks like she is keeping herself barely from launching off the stool. But she is
Like
watching the two
at
of you.
me?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. I like kind of like put my hands up a little bit, like, okay. Just like looking at her. Evan, I know what it's like to have him in your head. Not as the same way that you. Oh, it gets so much worse. He's done a number on you. And
can't-
I'm. Go ahead.
I
No, go ahead.
can't, I can't disobey him. He's been there since the beginning. He's all I know, and his voice is. It was the first thing I heard when I woke up. And I want him to be proud of me, but I hate him. But he keeps saying he needs me and that I'm interesting, but it doesn't. And he
Does
just
he say?
goes really.
Yeah.
And he
The,
just says again, he's been there since the beginning. And you see the mirage flicker and fade again, and you just see this still in the fact that he matches. If you pay attention, you can see the differentiation in height in the powerful obfuscation that's now displaced. But this is someone whose physical form as a kindred has been changed drastically by the influences of their mind.
I won't try to take you away from anything, from this, from anybody, from Newberry. Not unless you ask. But I need to know, why does he need you so badly? Why is he looking? He says he's concerned, and we both know that's a lie.
I need another manipulation persuasion check.
No.
The difficulty is 4.
That's a messy crit.
That is a messy crit.
I still have Scry the Soul up, by the way.
You do.
Like, that's just keeps going.
You do.
I'm in danger.
Eli, away from your coterie mates, away from anyone who would know what to do for you, as let me check. I know what's going to happen. As Evan says, he's interested in me because he made me. Your clan bane activates and you go into a seizure.
Oh, Jesus. All
And
right.
we're going to switch to someone else.
Cool.
We are going to go to. Let's do Seraphima. No. Seraphima, you have been speaking with Erzuli for these past couple weeks, coordinating between her and her Thin Bloods, mostly to keep them out of reach of anyone of Corinne's influence, but also spreading little ties of gossip here and there. I'm going to say we see you at another Toreador gathering at the Black Box Theater. And amongst, I think is the proper one. Amongst the schmoozing and praising of the performances, the fawning over Annabelle, Corinne meets up with you, singling you out amidst the crowd. And again, you see her cherubic features, the pale blonde hair, the high cheeks, the blue eyes, the picture of someone who, by all means, would be innocent, but your beast and your instincts know better. And she singles you out and says, Seraphima, if I'm correct.
Yes.
Wonderful. I am Corinne. I do not know if our circles have ever crossed before this moment, but I hear that you are able to acquire some more sensitive meaning. Uh, Apologies. I mean to say, you know where one can find those who are the newest to our little social club, I will say, for prosperity, as she gestures to you that your company is mixed with humans.
Well, I can't really say that I can deny such a thing.
I will be honest, I have asked about you, and while you do not have any status yourself among the Camarilla, you have separated yourself among the usual, well, the typical flowers that bloom in Annabelle's presence. You are, I would deem, of higher quality.
It's because I refuse to wear a beret, isn't it?
Oh, goodness. It was not fashionable 30 years ago, and I do not know why they continue to persist. So, my dear Seraphima, I ask if you would be interested in continuing to cultivate a new breed of rose.
Well, I don't see why another flower can't be added to the garden.
Oh, you dear, clever and beautiful. The best combination. Now, I am having a social gathering of numerous affluent individuals within the Camarilla and would love to see you among attendants. And given the requirements of bringing a guest, I think you would be more than suited to attend.
Just a guest?
Everyone in this theme, I will say, of this gathering, that is something I enjoy quite a lot. I enjoy pageantry. I suppose that is my weakness. And this theme is of new blood to revitalize and, well, tempt. For I have always been of the belief that small indulgences of everyone's constant companion can lead to a life of beauty. And, well, I think there are none who manage the beast better than we and our clan. So, your guest must be someone who is the newest of our kind. If you need more clarification, I'd be happy to give.
I think I have an idea of where you mean. But
She.
but my question still remains of just a guest?
Do you have someone else in mind?
No, but it was just a question of whether or not only one is acceptable.
Well, given that the guest that you will be allowed is your ticket of admittance, I could be convinced because as long as they would be suitable. This is an exclusive event, and I would not want common rabble among the splendor I have designed.
Let's just say that I have few individuals that I know, but one that could be of interest that has, let's say, their fingers in multiple web strings that could be of interest to you.
Be. Well, I trust in your judgment and your cleverness. So, your mandatory guests will need to be provided, as well as proof of their lack of potency. But
I would assume nothing less.
should you bring a secondary guest who you tease is more affluent, I will say they will also need to bring the mandatory admittance. That way they can feel included, of course.
One should always have a ticket for entry to a grand event.
Wonderful. Do you accept?
I look forward to hearing when this is.
Is there a place where I can send a courier to? That way the exclusivity can be maintained.
It can be often found at the Aries.
Wonderful. I will make sure it is delivered to your hands and your hands only. And she dips her head and flows into the mass of admirers and onlookers.
Mm-hmm.
I will give you time to formulate and to prepare as I go to Clyde. So, Clyde, you are outside the I will say not outside the Aries or in your command center when you get a message from Squiddy that they've been informing you probably about a week ago that they would be ready pretty soon.
Okay.
Now, we are like time is wibbly wobbly, so we are jumping through these little vignettes. So do not feel as if though you are restricted whether you want to bring an NPC or a PC into this with you, because
Huh.
time is moving around.
Since time, yeah, like since time is so wibbly wobbly, I would have responded to Squiddy like, yeah, just give me like 2 days and it should be ready.
Absolutely. So we
And then I want to do one thing before we actually like went to the actual like
absolutely
mission part, if that's okay.
yeah.
So on one night before we go, very specific phone to a very specific number, I text Bill.
You text Bill?
Bill, yeah, my
Absolutely.
old, yeah,
I just wanted to clarify.
yeah.
Mhm.
To meet at the usual spot. I think he knows because like it always starts with like the order for pizza I used to always get.
Mhm.
Probably something weird. I don't know. I was, like I don't know. Well, yeah, like I don't know, like pineapple and
Anchovies and
olives are the same
pineapple.
thing. Yeah,
Oh,
no,
that's
just a bunch of weird
gross.
shit. Yeah. And it's I'm gonna say that somewhere different from the Aries, but like at a
Absolutely.
place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You hear it before you see it, the lemon that clunks and sputters, but has still been alive for all these years. As it comes in and Bill uh arrives, the pizza and the carrying bag. Now what does Bill call you? Does he still call you Clyde, or do you have
No,
names?
yeah, I think he Bill is probably like the one of the I think only 2 people I think that knows Clyde's actual name, but I think it was during that time when Clyde was still human, and right after he got turned, that he was starting to go by Clyde. So I think that's what he calls him still. Yeah.
Absolutely. So Bill comes up the stairs, pulls the pizza out of the bag, and just takes his usual spot next to you. He is a older man, most likely in like probably in his I would say mid 30s, early 40s, wearing the crisp red shirt of his uniform, khakis on, orthopedic soles in, waist pristine. Bill keeps his stuff pristine.
Keeps
He's
it tight, yeah.
tight. Keeps his
Right.
cap on. It's like, hey, Clyde, you ordered pineapples and olives. Everything going okay?
Yeah, everything's fine, Bill. Just it's good to see you. What have you been doing?
Oh, I've been doing good. I'm up for a promotion.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I've been there for a while. It's management position, but I
You
don't know.
have. Oh,
I just
I mean, you should take that.
I don't know.
It's
I like driving around. I like the freedom. You meet new people, get into some interesting stuff. Chicago is a crazy place.
you. So you keep telling me. Yeah, you. Yeah, I think you should take it. Honestly,
I don't know.
you'll. I think You keep saying how all the new kids you hire for delivery keep quitting. You'll probably end up doing deliveries. So
I mean, this job isn't, people who are like 16, 17, 18. They're not meant to be delivery people forever. And
you started when you were like 17.
right, but it feels comfortable to me. Plus, if I took a management position, I wouldn't come out to see you and ask you why you ordered pineapples and olives.
My usual order. I feel like why change it now? Anyone can order pepperoni. It's fine. If I order this, then you know it's me.
True.
He's like, I think it's like the one of few times Clyde isn't like actively on his phone, but like his hand is twitching, like when teens are away from it for too long. Like, a few more minutes. Okay, it's okay.
So, what's going on?
So
He takes out a slice of pizza, just takes a bite, and he's just like, "Yeah, no, this tastes like a concern."
you get used to it. I keep saying if you keep trying it and like it's your palate adapts, and you get like there's more calories on this one, so you would only technically have to order it like once a week, and that's just I'm gonna stop. So um so maybe met someone. I didn't meet them, but just been talking to some people, someone in particular, and nice so far, but I don't know. It just kind of it's been a while since I've ever had a interaction with someone that wasn't purely business, besides you, of course. And
I'm one of a
I don't
kind,
know.
just like our pizzas.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
you
should
are.
sales pitch to you. You've been ordering for years.
Mhm.
I mean, well, okay. How did you meet them? Let me give me a bit of the rundown. How'd you meet them?
Online. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Is it in that
Um,
PUBG game you play? Because as your friend, Clyde, I will say the type of people you tell me about does not seem like the basis of a healthy relationship.
no, none of that. I don't know. I don't even think they'd be. I think they might play. I don't know. Should ask. No, sort of on like I guess we met through a mutual business relationship, but we first started talking through
Mhm.
sort of this chat room thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, chat rooms. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're nervous that because you didn't have Sorry, there's a bug.
Good.
Because you don't have, a lot of practice talking,
I wouldn't say
communicating.
I'm nervous. I just, just wanted to
Okay.
bounce things off,
I mean,
clearly.
well, I guess my question is like, what are your intentions? Do you want to pursue like a romantic relationship with them, a friendship? That's also very viable.
I, mm,
Or you
ooh,
don't know enough. That's also okay.
yeah, I guess it's I guess I would just like to know this person more.
Mm-hmm.
But so far we've only had a strictly business platonic relationship, and that's what's going to continue. It's fine, but I would seem just like a very interesting person, and I don't meet a lot of interesting people that I can stand to be in the same room with for more than an hour or so, and I feel like with them I could.
No, it makes sense. You're a busy guy, and your time is money, as you like to tell me. So
Yes.
I just, if you want to pursue that, maybe step out of your comfort zone just a little bit, take a toe out, and speak with them on a non-business terms. Like bring up like things that you both enjoy. Find some, um, interests that you might have in common, interests that you don't have in common. Sometimes the differences that people have can bring you together, especially if you're already feeling like you could be in a room longer than an hour with them. That's significant.
It is, yeah. The longest time I've been in a room with someone consecutively was 3 hours, and that was you because I watched The Matrix together and for a while, so that was fun.
I
But
still don't
it was good.
understand if
It,
Agent Smith is multiple people or a singular program running. It's very confusing.
can well, it's still a single pro. Okay, it's not when you're seeing the multiple people. That's still a
Mm.
program. Once you and I've told you this a couple times, and
You did, but
okay,
I'm just thinking if you're a program, why would you want to make a human persona to go after the things I don't know, maybe to add more fear into it because, you know, and also they had to pay actors to do a movie and you didn't want to just run from an invisible monster that was coming at you. But I'm
valid
rambling.
point. Yes. Okay.
But no, I think if you like this individual, whatever that could mean, I would say pursue it. You have good instincts because I keep eating this slice of pizza and it's not terrible the fifth time I bite into it.
There it is.
It's the salty and sweet. You get it no matter, no matter what combination that you have. It's delicious.
Exactly.
But you've always stuck close to people who got your back, me included. So trust yourself on this.
I'm gonna see them in a few days, so just that's still a work related thing, but I'm nervous to actually meet them. But I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's good.
Yeah, I get it. That person to person connection is much different when there's no screen in front of you. I get it. You get a call. I mean, you get a call into the restaurant. People order a pizza. You think you know someone based on the toppings they pick, and then you go to the door. Bam, whole new surprise.
It's exactly like that, Bill. Yeah.
I get it.
That. Mm-hmm.
But you hear a beeping. It's like, oh, ooh, got a 2 extra large wing delivery to take into.
It's depressing. Want me to update your phone real quick? I know it's been about one like years. Can I do that at least for you?
Yeah, sure.
You. Okay. It's like a fucking like probably some like old beat up Android or something.
It is.
Yeah.
Listen,
Okay.
I'm just want to say I saw the new commercials for Samsung. Flip phones are coming back, so technically I'm ahead of the new curve. So
Okay. Yeah. Keep telling yourself that, Bill. All right.
hey, Anytime I know a weird combination of pizza's coming in, I'll always come in for you, all right?
Okay, thanks. I just like disappear, see you and go.
I just openly weeps.
Oh no! I just fully slink back into the shadow. Emotion, no.
I love him.
Bill nods. He'll just does now
Yeah.
at this point, does he like leave the pizza for you, or does he take the pizza for himself at the end of your shift? What's
I think
become your new
he
ritual?
probably takes the pizza. Yeah.
All right.
Fine.
He takes the pizza. He's like pineapple and olives.
I do always have like this stub like receipt thing,
Absolutely.
and of like each time we've met. It's
Mhm.
so sad, depressing, but like yeah, I have like just a bunch of them still when we talk.
Oh
Mhm.
my god.
Yeah. So aggravated willpower restored. Talking to Bill.
I'm gonna cry.
Oh, that was the most painful one I've had. Oh god,
Listen, Bill the pizza guy is my heart.
so great.
It will be a shame if anything happens.
This is the mortifying ordeal of being known that you must withstand.
I
Protect
will-
Bill at all costs. Okay.
So this is a pretty quick transition because who are you selecting to take with you? Because I will go to Donovan's scene and then I'll finish up who's ever scene that you're taking with you before we come back to you.
I definitely want to take Morrow because Harry. I'm
Mhm.
sure I have to drag her back there and be like, and convince her I'm not gonna just abandon her there.
Absolutely.
And here's the thing. This is kind of an out of game thing. I should have told this
Mhm.
before. But does anyone want to go?
Is this your hurricane thing?
Yeah, this is
Yes,
the
it is.
hurricane thing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, again, Donovan will go, but yeah, it's
No,
I
no,
don't-
no. I sorry. Aaron is asking
this is
players.
like Tony.
Oh,
and
sure.
Jesse.
Want to go?
I would like to.
Oh well, there we go. Jesse would like to.
I'm good either way, but I don't want to.
If you don't want me, it's fine.
I don't know how much help Seraphima would be to you is my thing. It's like I would totally go, but it's like she's so out of like this unless this is face to face with
I think Wraith
Hurricane.
is. Yeah.
No, Wraith is
I think
good.
I think Race is a
The
good
only
choice.
one else I would
Yeah.
have asked her like
Really?
would have said maybe was Donovan, and that's just for like the Ventrue toughness. But if
Mhm.
Sure.
I think just me and Wraith will be okay.
I think you guys got
Absolutely.
this.
So I think before we transition, then
Maybe, yeah.
you will see you hear a knock at your command center door, and it's Marlowe, and she's like, "Hey, boss, there's
Yeah.
there's a girl in the lobby, and she gave like one of your screen names." I wasn't trying to be rude, but I asked her if she had the wrong number, and she threatened to punch me, so I immediately came here.
Yeah.
So
No, that's fine, Marlo. You're good. Do you have our go bags ready? We're probably gonna head out soon.
absolutely, I do have the go bags ready. Yeah. And Marlo looks like she doesn't want to say anything or doesn't know how to say anything.
Okay.
But yeah, she's at the front desk, you know.
But you said that weirdly. Why? Like, what's wrong?
Oh no, I just you get an image of somebody in your head, someone who uses like a digital squid with a rainbow wig, and it was just not what I expected. So
You mean she's not an actual squid with a rainbow wig?
She is not.
I would be like, she is.
Whoa. Okay.
She's a Cthulhu monster. Go, go, go.
Mhm.
Probably more interesting if that's the case. Okay.
It really is, but she's using obfuscate.
Oh, that's a good point. All right. I will hurry down after shelling Yamaro to get ready. Also, go find Wraith because we're gonna soon.
Say this is because we'll transition to because you will need to do just mechanically wise. Squiddy will ask like you and her are going to need to do some tech rolls because
Right.
well I'll tell you roleplay wise. But yeah, as you enter into the
Like
lobby,
make just real quick, just
Mhm. Yeah.
Mhm.
maybe get like a nicer jacket that me and Seraphima have like
Understood.
talked about before. Be like, I'm never gonna actually wear it, but like still like classic me style, like turtleneck and everything, but you know, it's a little nicer. Okay, I'll add it in.
Yeah, as you
No reason. It's
no
really good.
reason. I understand.
Hmm.
Clyde likes to look fresh no matter who he's going to see. I
Thank you.
understand.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, as you head down out of your command center and into the lobby area, you see kind of through the flow of individuals a young woman, most likely in her mid 20s, and she has this very bright auburn colored hair, as she looks like she has like a military sized duffel bag. But she is wearing jeans and sneakers, but wearing a very large puffy white like fake fur jacket. And when she turns, I will say, Clyde, she is very pretty.
Ah.
As I
Okay,
will
part of me was really hoping another nose because I would have some reason. Okay, sorry, keep going.
You actually have not asked her clan.
That's being rude
Visual
to
aid?
ask. Also, I kind of assumed, but
As
sure.
I show the picture for
Hmm?
can everyone see when it popped up?
Damn. Yep.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh my god.
Sugary popcorn.
Oh.
It's your hot Canadian girlfriend.
She does look like a hot Canadian girl too. Oh my god. Ooh, good. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
And
Cool.
she
She's taking
Yeah.
turnarounds.
mm,
Lady in
got it.
red.
Sorry for popping anybody's mic. I got the bug. Gross.
Nice.
Yay!
Go.
Yeah. So yeah,
That
she walks up to you because even if you are blushed of life, you are very distinct.
It's hard to not notice. Yeah.
Yeah. And she's just like, hey.
Frel, I take it.
Yep. But I mean, since we're face to face, you can call me Gabrielle.
This is Aaron, and Clyde's not actively writing this right now.
Understood.
He probably wants to. Yeah. It's like, no. Question: is she taller than me?
How tall is Clyde?
5'6".
5'6". She is taller than you.
Yeah. Okay, figured.
But she is also wearing heels.
Sure. I'm used to most people being taller than me. It's okay. But I'll just like my hand and be like, "Oh, Clyde."
She takes your hand. It's like, so let's see that setup you were bragging about.
Right. Yeah, I've got the whole thing except in here, and I'll like lead her back to the office and everything.
Absolutely, yeah. When you lead her back to your office,
Wraith just looming in a corner.
Mhm. Yeah, she is immediately impressed. And she like cracks her fingers and is like, okay, so bit of honesty. I kind of sought you out for multiple reasons, but one of them being is that I narrowed down Hurricane to somewhere in your territory, but I need your help to kind of further pinpoint what that is. And then we can go after him and fuck your shit up.
All right. Well, for what you gave me, I will for sure help with that. Maybe need. Yeah, let's get to work. I'll like sit down and like try to get more in my element. She said it was in Gary last time.
She was in Gary last time she found him, but she like with the rules that have been happened in the past, seems like he has a permanent like set up in like the northeast side of Chicago. She just hasn't been able to narrow it down since
Okay.
like
So northeast
later.
end, like, and that's where you pinged him last. All right, cool. Let's
Yeah.
see. Cool. So do I have to make any rolls for that?
say we'll come back to that because now that I know you're taking Wraith, we'll go to Donovan and then we'll finish Wraiths. That way he'll be free to help you out. So, but yeah, there's Squiddy, aka Gabrielle, and her, streaming name, Sugary Popcorn. So,
Hot
we
girlfriend
go-
for Clint 2021.
I mean,
Fuck, I was so
Guys,
not
look
prepared
at
for her to
Sugary
be pretty. I was not ready for this.
so we go to Donovan Shaw.
Hello.
In the weeks that have passed, your finances are back to their original position. If you
I
have
was
not
about to
already.
ask. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I no, not without your permission. Fantastic.
And you have come back from a trip from Paris
Yes.
with a very enthusiastic guest. Now, I know your intentions behind this.
Yeah.
So, if you could, I feel like manipulation is the trait to go here.
Yeah, I am manipulating her. So
So manipulation, persuasion, your attractiveness for sure
Great.
applies here. And any other bonuses that were here just to see the result of
sure.
as intended.
I will rouse
Of course.
for the goodness. Fantastic.
You succeed.
Oh, I don't increase my hunger, Tony. That's the point of rolling that. Essentially. It's not the goal, but it is a result.
I would not be upset if that happened,
Yeah.
says Donovan.
I'll probably forget this woman exists in a little bit. So yep. Good. And so here we go. That is a crit, 7 successes.
Are you satisfied with this number of successes?
No.
Let's see,
Are you
of course.
satisfied with the 7 successes against this unsuspecting mortal woman?
Mhm.
No, I'm not. I'm going very hard.
Well,
Listen.
also, didn't you have like a plus advantage thing if this is Felicity?
Absolutely. I've
Yes,
already. Yeah.
I thought it was just an extra die. I put it in there.
Yeah, it is an extra die plus the DC. The situation has significantly lowered.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
There you go.
good.
I
I'm
figured
still
throw that
doing it.
out.
no problem.
Still
Thank
do it.
you.
You can't stop me.
You melt her brain out of her ears. Like,
Well, nope. It doesn't matter.
Alright.
Serves me right.
so
But I don't care. I
with,
don't regret it even a little.
with 7 successes, how about you tell me what you wanted to know, and then we'll just say what happened. And
Great.
then we'll just answer those questions.
Great. Everything's yeah, cool. I want to know Noah Greenwald, aka Flying Boy. I want everything
Absolutely.
that this woman handles for him to me, because I know she is essentially his right hand.
Yeah. So-
I want fucking everything I know. I want to know if he has connections to the government, if agents have come through, had meetings with like agent. I want to see if this motherfucker is talking to fucking vampire hunters, is talking to the government. I want to know if if this guy's how many offshore if he has any offshore accounts, how he even fucking got here in the first place. I want to know everything, and it is all within the window of essentially hot pillow gossip that she feels she has to say to be interesting to someone like me.
Obviously, yes, of course. Yes.
I act very interested.
Of course, we montage because Donovan is stupidly wealthy between like champagne flutes on the top of like a private table on the Eiffel Tower. We see department stores completely cleared out except for the employees that are just like, this way, Mr. Shaw. Just some
I'm speaking to all of them in fluent French.
of course. Just some
kissing
bonkers,
faces.
I have 5 dots and resources amounts of privilege.
Mhm.
But yeah, you find out. I think an important thing for Donovan is that Flyboy does not go out during the day. Felicity fully handles any like daytime appointments and anything else like that. That's certainly her job. Um, he has met with a couple of federal agents that she has screened through security because their credentials came up, but Flyboy had waved them off. He has a monthly meeting that he with that does not miss without fail. He takes it in his office, and that is something that's been consistent since she's been hired. It's usually about like the third Tuesday of every month. He has that appointment.
Does she know who that is?
She does not know. When she asked, she was told not to worry about it.
Of course.
She says that there was at one time a official that came in, because them being all federal employees, given that
Yeah.
it is an airport, inspections and things go on all the time. But there was a guy that she had noticed that felt kind of off. When she checked his baggage, he had like, she first thought he was a cosplayer because he had
a mask.
he had a weird mask as part of when he was going through baggage claim.
It's like, was it like, were the eyes reflective?
They were.
Weird. Great.
And that is someone that Flyboy had a conversation with, and she remembers that because Flyboy, after that meeting, had his arm and collarbone were broken.
Like, stupid idiot. Yep. Does she know like this mysterious man? Do you know a name, a face? Any relevant? I think any relevant details or identifying marks.
Yeah, she did say there was a brief moment when his mask was off. She caught it very briefly, because he likes to be by himself. But
Mhm.
what she saw when the mask was off, it looked like half of his face, like someone who had suffered a severe burn mark or a significant scarring, that puckered raw skin up the entire side of his face, and it looked like any hair that had been on had been completely shorn off, and that's all that she was able to see before the mask went back into place.
Like, wow, that is some spy stuff. Like, uh, excellent. Good. So does Noah sleep there? I guess. Does she? I guess she doesn't have an address for Noah.
She does not have an address for Noah.
Okay, totally sleeps there. It makes sense. It's all the fucking in terminal areas don't have windows. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I will ask if she knows anything like what's up with his laptop? Like
Oh, she's like, I mean, when he's not in the building, the laptop goes with him everywhere. He cares about that thing more than anything else on the job.
yeah, he seems very attached to it.
Mhm.
Like interesting. Gah. Okay. So scheduled meetings definitely meets with has met with agents and the meeting he never misses once a month. She has no idea what that is, even like the
Mhm.
gender or like anything like that. Okay. Like so, like what is he like? Well, the cameras must have seen it. Does he just turn the cameras off when they come through?
She nods. Well, he has the meeting. Sorry, to clarify, he has it like with his laptop. He goes into his office to.
Oh, it's like a chat.
Yeah.
I see. And the gotcha. I just okay. All right.
There.
And the um what's it called? The uh sorry, my brain just shut off.
You're all good.
The the mask guy, that was just like someone he met with, like that
That
was
was someone he met with. Like she said like he came after so a month has passed, so the previous the previous month after that call
Yeah.
he showed up.
Okay. She's not sure what they talked about.
But he hasn't left back. She will say the mask guy hasn't left back through the airport. Like he's hasn't taken a return flight yet.
He hasn't. Wait, he hasn't left.
He has not left Chicago yet, as far as she knows.
And he's in the airport.
He's not at the air. Sorry, he has not come back through the airport since his arrival.
Okay.
There.
Okay.
He has not taken
okay.
a departure
Thank
flight through
Yeah.
you.
O'Hare.
I know
That
English.
is
I
the
love
link.
this.
That is okay. Gotcha. So if he is in Chicago, he left not with the plane. Okay. That's good stuff to know. Oh, yeah. Definitely want to catch that motherfucker. Okay. Yeah, I mean, is there anything else that I think I can get out of this person? Or do I feel I
I would say
found
you can probably get honestly, you could probably get Noah's schedule with the way
Yeah,
you
so fuck yeah. Absolutely his schedule.
Mhm.
This feels like a guy who sticks to a schedule.
Yeah.
Great.
And she will say the thing, I mean, that she feels that she can trust you now is that there have been some instances where people who have like come through the airport that get picked up by security, but she doesn't see them like leave. She doesn't know what that's about, but it's gotten her some concern, and she's talked
Have
to.
you yeah.
Mm.
No, you finish the sentence.
Yeah. She said that she's tried to like talk to Flyboy about it, but he said to drop it, and then she's been contemplating like going to the police about it or something because
Yeah, okay,
the one
perfect.
thing
This
that
is
she
a
doesn't want to,
perfect.
she does not want to be involved in like human trafficking.
Yeah, it's like do you feel like worried for your own life?
It's just it's like, I mean, like maybe like if I wasn't good at my job,
Like,
maybe.
well, and obviously you were very good at your job. Yeah, so I definitely think a part of this manipulation is basically making her believe like that he like believes her and that he believes that Noah is probably doing something pretty horrific here. And he goes, with my business ventures, I have some connections in Washington, and the mask is in fact a flagged terrorist. So I think I know some people I think can, get you out from under there and stop this whole process. And then if things go well, if things go well, perhaps, I mean, I can't think of anyone better to be the head director of the airport than you.
Yeah, she's just like me. I
Yes.
mean, I didn't think that was gonna come out. That's not why I like came. On this show.
No, I kiss their hand. I know.
She's just like, "Meh."
But I hear you, and I see. I see you're worried, and that I found upsets me. Um.
Poor humans.
She's a human.
She is.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I think if I can I get all this stuff, and if I can get Felicity to like, then when I make a bigger move, like be on my side and know that like
Absolutely.
I can protect her. This can
Foundation's
be
already set.
big. Yeah. Does I guess I one thing, like, do I know how he keeps the security guards' loyalties?
She does not know, but given
Mm.
that what you can surmise, thin bloods are a weird bag of cats when it comes to what they can do and what they can't do. So
True.
it's either from what you can guess, I mean, I would say Donovan, you know your way around people. If he's not strong enough to blood bond them to himself, you did I mean, the first instant of him was him trying to squeeze more money out of you. So it's likely
Mhm.
he is bribing them significant large amounts of money, and to a degree to where he is not gaining the revenue to keep up with it, possibly.
Mm. Good. All right. Well, if that's the case, then uh yeah. Whew. Yeah, hmm. That could be very dangerous. Yeah, okay, I'll think about that. But yeah, this is good. This is good information. This was a good week in Paris.
Yeah, when
Um
you arrive back, your one of your assistants says, Mr. Shaw, they're breaking ground at the restorative project that you had for the basketball court.
Perfect.
As per your orders, no press has been released,
Good.
and the site is fully cleared away except for the foreman, who does
Mm,
know how to operate any heavy machinery
Good.
at his request.
Any news from Mr. Ballard's people? I said they could be present at the breaking.
Yes, Mr. Ballard will be meeting you at the site.
Fantastic. Do they have those hard hats ready for us?
They do.
Fun.
Uh, they have the plain yellow ones, and then of course it's like we
No.
also have one specified for your parameters, Mr. Shaw.
Good.
You do not need those at all. Like,
No, but there's an air. There's
Sure.
something about
He's-
setting a
When
mood and
you're
a
in
tone.
Greece,
He's got a fancy little shovel too.
It's sterling silver.
Oh my god.
The wood is mahogany. Terrible for shovels.
As you
Mhm.
arrive there, are you doing anything to prepare aside from taking Alexandra?
Yeah, it's just Alexandra.
Okay.
Letting probably calling my the sword breakers to stand by just in
Absolutely.
case. Have them set up with Alexandra for a panic button.
Absolutely.
But beyond that, I definitely will put on my white
Your hard hat.
yeah my I guess white hard hat. That's definitely never been dinged or bumped or
Mhm.
seen a mark in its entire fucking life.
Absolutely.
My white hard hat with the red Louboutin interior.
Yeah, as you arrive at the construction site, not dilapidated, but it says that one of your many companies that you yourself do not own but are a partner of just has like the coming to you soon, and just the new image of a new basketball court, trees planted,
Yep.
while it has the tape lined up, the tarps up, and as you arrive you see Horatio Ballard, the heavy set, overweight kindred that he is, stuffed into his pinstripe suit. He himself, when he sees you walk up with your white hard hat, you see him toss aside the yellow hard hat that he has, and he already looks like he's not in a fun mood.
It hard hat that looks like everyone else's, and
Yeah.
I had a different one, and now he's mad.
No.
Oh, these are the games we venture play. I love this so much.
You see,
But he will immediately come up and go, Mr. Ballard, and put a hand out like he's.
Donny boy, as he just takes your hand. His hand is huge.
Ooh.
Shakes your hand.
Yeah. Yep. Pat is the shoulder of the same arm.
Mhm.
All right, you
Up
ready
the
to
ante.
like ready to break ground? See what we've got.
Absolutely.
All right.
You see one of the foremen come up is just like, all right, Mr. Shaw, I understand that you are in charge here, but I'd like to say just for safety and just to not mess up your fancy suit, if you could just if I could ask you to just step back certain perimeter. Uh, uh,
Like, yeah. I mean, whatever the safe distance is.
yeah. Yeah, as he says back, the machine starts clicking and turning on as the it starts to drill past the concrete and tear up the layers underneath. And it takes a bit. As there
Donovan
are
has a wide stance with hands in pocket, just standing.
Mhm. Horatio Ballard's kind of just leaning on his cane, just like
Mhm.
a lit cigar in hand. So unnecessary, but he feels the need to do so. Uh,
We all have our small things.
Very true. As you continue to dig up and unearth, please make me a wit awareness, Donovan.
Okay. Um, I mean, I feel like this is a weird situation. I think I'm going to rouse
Okay.
just because I feel like Donovan knows this is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Not that like he set this up, right? But
Yeah.
this is whatever this is going to be
Mm-hmm.
weird.
Yeah.
Um, hey,
Mm-hmm. You succeed.
and definitely no modifiers. So 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'll spend one just in case.
Okay.
There we go.
Ooh.
4 successes.
Okay, so 4 successes. Yeah, you catch something as the kind of concrete and earth is being dug up and moved aside. Finding like as the earth is moved about and you see something that immediately catches your concern because it's not uh furnished or anything, but it looks like there is a second older layer of concrete. And yeah, there is it looks like it's around something that is a box. That looks like it was encased in concrete, but it has a very singular it looks like the concrete is only around the rectangular shape.
Okay. So at that, when seeing that,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look over at Ballard.
Yeah,
Does he have a reaction?
is trying to. He is. Hold on, let me check Ballard's stuff real quick. Oh no, his composure is awful. Yeah, no, he looks visibly excited.
I go, Ballard.
What's up, Donny boy?
I go, I just kind of point at the concrete, like there, and going, what are you, like, you know what's in there, don't you?
If it's what I think it is, it's going to be getting rid of a very annoying thorn in my side.
Like, and what do you think that is?
I don't know yet. Haven't cracked it open.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, you all know that Donovan hates being called
If
Don, Donnie, any kind of
if
abbreviation
he
to his
says it a
name. He
third
does
time, I
not.
will. I will.
Oh
It'll
yeah,
be
no.
a fury frenzy roll to
hmm
resist.
hmm Um, yeah, and I think I'm just going to turn and like uh hmm. I think I'm going to I go I suppose you didn't hear me, and I going to like snap my fingers to
Mhm.
have the drilling stop.
Yeah, it stops at once.
Yeah. And I will turn fully to face. And I go, I would like to remind you, Mr. Ballard, that you are here at my allowance. And like, I would appreciate if you divulge what you knew about what was in there.
Yeah. So, Donovan,
Yeah,
are you okay, we're not gonna roll just yet.
sure.
Because again, Horatio Ballard's composure is very low.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, as he looks at you, you see his pallor change. And he says, I know the Childer of Cadogan Bates is just being a little plucky, so I'll forgive him of his ignorance. But you don't get to make demands of me. Got it, son? Your whole popularity, it'll change. Especially if you keep making the moves that you have. Out of respect, I asked you. But I didn't need to do this. As long as we both understand that. Got it, Bucko? So, Donovan, I am going to need you to make a fury frenzy check.
Could I maybe justify, because I'm not a Bruja here. Could I maybe
You're
make
not.
a composure resolve check so I don't have to make a fury
Yeah.
a fury frenzy test?
Mm-hmm.
Just because, like, I understand I have a lot of pride.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is that okay?
I will say I will allow it. I will allow it this time.
Mm-hmm.
As the beast is not rational, so but
Sure.
go ahead and roll.
I feel like, one wrong move on a fury frenzy check and I attack someone, and
Mhm.
it's just, I feel like I haven't made a messy crit or anything.
I understand, but sometimes things are out of your control. But
Cool.
go ahead and that
So
composure.
could I apply my fortitude rating to this? Because I feel like
Do
he's
you
trying
have?
to
Yeah, if
manipulate
you
me.
have,
I
yeah,
have the
yeah, unswayable mind,
I have
or
unswayable mind.
the whatever the.
No, I have unswayable mind. I don't have
Okay,
fortify the
then yeah,
Earth, so.
absolutely.
Neat. 3 successes.
3 successes is enough.
All right, cool. Yeah, and I just like well, as long as we are speaking candidly, Mr. Ballard. I know that you are an expert on how popularity changes in this in this court. Seeing as you have been on the outside of it for nigh on 4 or 5 decades. And know that you came to me for this. And you say you didn't have to, that you were doing me a favor, but let's be perfectly candid, as we were just a moment ago. You need me for this. Because I have, like, the property and what you wanted, and I am not impressed by your pocketbook, as mine is just as significant as yours. And I do respect you, Mr. Ballard, as I will not call you by your first name, as I don't know you that well. But let us not pretend as if you are not in the position that you're in, and I'm not in the position that I'm in. I have been straight and fair with you. I am asking for some candor. And I would like you to acquiesce that. If not, I will absolutely respect your wishes, and we can just pave over this and revisit in another 50 years. And like you say, your popularity could have shifted and mine could have fallen to the wayside. And I could be woeing my miscontent for this night, but I severely doubt it.
Before Horatio Ballard is allowed a response,
Mm-hmm.
You hear, well, I do hate when the blue bloods fight. And materializing on the opposite end of where the hole has been drilled,
Mm-hmm.
Donovan, you see a very familiar face. You see Adzi.
Oh, fuck.
Tall and resplendent in a very fitted suit. His dark skin highlighted almost shining white in the glow of the artificial light provided on this basketball court. But his features are elongated and striking, much like a terrifying mask that has been pulled over his face. He's just like, well, Horatio, I'd say you'd listen to him. We all know Donovan Shaw always gets what he wants. As we shift back to Marcus Wraith. So, Wraith, you see this young woman, as I will describe her again for those viewing in, pale, gray, chalky skin, eyes fully blacked over, tears of blood, her ponytail in disarray, but still pulled back as the lingering shadows are trying to ensnare you, as I show her picture for my group. You need to make me a. Sorry, I guess, what would you like to do? You were not caught by surprise by the shadows, so you are able to move. But having Oblivion yourself, you know that it does not need to hold your physical body. It can attach to your shadow. So what would you like to do in response to the fact that you see her and the shadows, and she has said you shouldn't be here in response to you?
Can I establish dominance with my beast?
Yes, give me Charisma Oblivion, please.
I'm gonna arouse my charisma.
Sounds about right.
Hopefully, this doesn't make me hungrier.
Mm-hmm. You do indeed get hungrier. What does that put you at?
4.
Okay. You feel that cold embrace rising up to meet you as you call forth your own shadows. Your charisma does increase by 2, but the beast is at the surface. Four successes. All right, I will make one for Celia, as she will also need to make this roll.
Do you want to
For
roll
that.
any willpower for those
You-
two
You still
normal
do have
dice?
that option.
No.
Okay, she is also.
I've only got 1 left.
She is not hungry, but I will make her also a charisma oblivion roll to see if her shadows recoil or rise up. No modifiers. No. You feel her shadows try to reach out and take hold of you. So you have succeeded in the role. So please describe for me and everyone viewing in how your shadows take dominance in this space.
My shadow expands, covering the entire wall behind me.
Mm-hmm.
and begins to encompass the room
Mm-hmm.
in complete darkness.
Mm-hmm. So this sounds like you are activating a different oblivion power, or are you just using the
It's just the
narrative effect?
shadow. It's just narrative effect. It's
Understood.
covering the walls in black.
Understood.
It's
Understood.
not
Yeah.
actually
You
making the room dark.
understood. I just wanted to clarify.
Mhm.
But yeah, as does so, making your presence immense, far exceeding out of your body. You see her own oblivion shadows turn and recoil, but slowly wrap around her, casting her face in shadow. And she recoils back deeper into the bathroom. And she's like, no, you're just like them. You're just like what's inside my head. Get the fuck away from me. Get the fuck away from me. And
Come with me, little one.
she is going, please make me a charisma persuasion. The difficulty is I'm going to say it is 5 because she is terrified of what everything is around her.
I only have 3 dice.
You can always crit, but the difficulty is what it is.
Well, didn't you just rouse charisma?
Yes.
So that's
But does that
including
help?
the extra
Yeah.
2.
Yes.
Mhm.
I have 1 in charisma, 0 in persuasion.
Okay. So it would be 3 dice, which would be then replaced by your hunger dice. So if
Mhm.
you crit, it will be a messy one. Now, that is in your option to persuade her. There are other ways to restrain her. But if she is not in a state, whether that is because she is terrified or her beast, she is not in a state to receive positive in positive like coercion, like is that a positive coercion, does that make sense?
Yeah.
She's not in a mindset to receive that, so you might have to take a different angle because she does, with your shadows emerging, she seems terrified of even the shadows around her.
Okay. I'm gonna scream, "Stop this now!"
Okay, so that will be intimidation. And I will say that it's still charisma unless you can also give me something creative and fun if you want to add a different trait to it.
Well, either way, it would be the same. Because I was thinking maybe Oblivion, have my shadows flare a bit, but it would still only give me 3. And right now my charisma is roused to 3.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna take advantage of the
Okay. Three successes. All right. Using, I will ask, even though you only have 1 dice to roll, you can re-roll dice if you so wish.
He is terrified. I could get possibility of 1 more success, possibly making it a crit.
Mm-hmm.
I will willpower reroll.
Okay. No successes. Your shadows flare, and you see her shadows continue to shrink further into herself and wrap tighter around her. And she clutches her body and just says, I didn't mean to hurt anybody. I was so hungry and I was going to go back and give them money and pay them. It's like I took their stuff so I could know who they were and so that I could find them again. I don't know what's going on with me. What is happening?
I can explain everything. You just need to calm down.
You're
I will
covered in
retract my shadows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you
as I approach her.
retract the shadows.
I only take 2 steps forward.
Yeah. And she stops moving as she stares at you, the black eyes just watching you. She's like,
You were
I
made by mistake. I can help you control what you have become.
I did something awful. I killed them, and now there's this voice in my head that says I need to keep eating, and I don't know what's going on with me. I tried going to my church, and I couldn't be in there, and I don't know what's going on. And the tears are starting. And Wraith, you are starving. She's as old as your daughter is. Maybe younger.
Please, just come with me. Everything will be explained.
How do I know I can trust you? There was someone who said the same thing,
Same as you.
but that doesn't I don't know what that means. What am I? Am I can't I can't I can't take a shit anymore. And I tried to call my mom, but my phone doesn't fucking work. I can't do anything. And oh my god, everything tastes like garbage until
I know. I went through the exact same thing.
What's
If you come
happening
with
to
me,
me?
I will help you.
Tell me what's happening to me. And you see the shadows like curl and almost eclipse half of her face.
You have been turned into a vampire.
And I think that's where we're going to end our session tonight. A lot of cliffhangers, a lot of vignettes to get through, and I very much hope that you'll stay with us to see how these individual slices of our coterie members turn out. Oh, I'm excited. Thank you for tuning in and watching us. You can follow us on Twitter at Dice Dropping. And also, for those of you who have not caught up to our current chronicle, where we are right now, you can find us on YouTube by the same name and also see some of our previous campaigns that we have put together for you. I am so excited to see what happens next. My name is Serena Montgomery. Thank you so much for watching Dice Droppings Chicago by Night Chronicle. And no matter when you're watching with us, good morning, good evening, and good night.